The House resumed from its almost 2 months recess for the second meeting of the first session of the 9th Parliament, as members were welcomed with addresses by the leadership of both caucuses as well as the Right Honourable Speaker. Deputy Minority Leader and Asokwa MP Patricia Appiagyei, in her address, touched on the issues surrounding the removal process of the Chief Justice, labeling the action as an attack on the independence of the judiciary by the NDC administration.
Mr. Speaker, the audacious attempt by the presidency to undermine judicial independence have reached dangerous proportions. The nation watched in disbelief as the executive launched brazen efforts to remove the Chief Justice of the Republic. An assault not merely on one officer holder, but on the very sanctity of the judicial branch. At the same time, the president is seeking to pack the Supreme Court with loyalists. 7 nominations in one swoop, clearly designed to bind the hands of the Judicial Council and tilt the highest court in the land towards executive interest. Equally troubling is the identity of the legal practitioners leading this crusade. While the right to counsel is sacrosanct and every citizen is entitled to legal representation of their choosing, it is profoundly disquieting that the lawyers spearheading the campaign against the Chief Justice are individuals publicly known to have represented or are still representing both the President and the Speaker of Parliament in active legal matters. These lawyers do not act in vacuum. They act on the instructions of their clients. And when such lawyers become the face and the voice of petition to remove the Chief Justice, it becomes exceedingly difficult.
Majority Leader Mahama Ayariga revealed in his address that the majority will fervently pursue accountability with respect to some ventures entered into by the previous administration, including the PDS deal, Agyapa royalties, and the COVID-19 vaccines procurement saga.
During this sitting, the majority caucus will spearhead a rigorous pursuit of accountability in Ghana's public financial management. We will demand a full-scale parliamentary investigation into the handling of COVID-19 expenditures to ensure transparency in how emergency funds were utilized. Additionally, this House will revisit the unresolved Agyapa royalties deal and require a detailed update on the 190 million PDS scandal, a case of alleged fraud in power distribution that cost Ghana dearly under the previous administration. Furthermore, we will launch a comprehensive inquiry into the rampant sole sourcing practices of the past government, exposing how recklessness in contracting bled the nation's coffers while enriching a select few politically connected individuals. We will also summon Operation Recover All Loot, ORA, for briefings, particularly on the 36 financial cases worth over 20 billion United States dollars, including land-related fraud amounting to over 700 million United States dollars. The gravest danger to our democracy is impunity. If we fail to hold those responsible for this brazen plunder of public resources accountable, we betray the trust of every Ghanaian who demands justice. This House will ensure that the era of financial recklessness is met.
Speaker of Parliament Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagbin expressed his disappointment in the members of Parliament for failing to identify the member who made some disparaging comments about the Klottey Korle lawmaker, Dr. Zanetor Agyeman-Rawlings, during the last session, despite being present in their numbers during the incident.
But to be frank with you, I am very disappointed with all of you that a member seated in this house with all colleagues around and no single colleague can pinpoint to the member who uttered those words. Even those of you sitting together, the three of you that have been identified, the zone is on the tray. Get this notice. Majority members, with your numbers watching the minority, you are telling me that none of you can identify the person who spoke. The person, honorable members, please. The person spoke not once, but twice. The minority leader on his feet turned to look in that direction. And none of you can identify the person who spoke. I'm very disappointed. What is even shocking, with all the cameras and the CCTV, none could capture the person who spoke. Very, very disappointed, so far as this matter is concerned, because it can happen to any of you. It's just that many of you don't know your history. That is why you are behaving this way. Please, we must take our business seriously. We must respect each other. We must work together as members of the same family. With this, honorable members, the report will come.
Dennis Ajay Ado's report for TV Africa News.